Francisco next week for the NFC Championship game. And you know what? We talked about the Packers so much this year, and even though they had 13 wins during the regular season, they never really uber impressed us, if you will, Dion. We knew Aaron Rodgers could carry the mail. Would he get enough help? Today he did.
He did, and I'm going to start out with the defensive side of the ball. But now let me backtrack. All the controversy with the new head coach coming in, with he and Aaron Rodgers click, where they mesh. Let me tell you something, man. This has been beautiful. Offensively, they have been on. But defensively, this is where things have changed. This defense, they're very opportunistic. They're taking advantage of rushing the passer. They're doing really good. They're stout versus the run as well. And on the defensive side of the ball, I feel like that's where the difference has been made. Offensively, we know what to expect from Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. I mean, but they've been getting a little extra push, running the football, staying on the field quite longer. But I love what this team brings to the table. They just don't woo me in one area.
And you know what? We know it's a quarterback league, and two of the best were on display today. It was so awesome because the Packers went up big, right? And Russell Wilson didn't quit. I mean, there were times where he was the entire offense, it felt like. He was either passing it or running it. He had such a special year, even in a losing effort.
Yeah, he did. And the running game is non-existent. Sure, that's why beast mode is there. They've been hampered with injuries of their running backs all season long. But they've been getting a great play from the outside, from the receiving core as a whole. But Russell Wilson, he's the guy. I mean, he was sacked, 5 or 6 times? And if he didn't have the running ability and escapability that he features, he probably would have been sacked 10 or 12 times. But he has been the consistent thing that has kept this team in the game and propelled them to the place where they are right now. I know they lost, but with Russell Wilson, they put up a fight.
Bill O'Brien was wrong. Even if he had scored 50 points, they'd still lose here. Dion.
But isn't that throwing your defense out there? Isn't that saying, hey, my defense is garbage? I got to score 50 points to beat this team. How can you say that? That was the second dumbest call ever. The first one goes to Pete Carroll in the Super Bowl when they didn't choose to run Marshawn Lynch, and they haven't recovered from that yet. But this call right here, it changed the whole complexity of the game. It changed momentum. All you had to do is punt the darn football to at least make them go for the length of the field. You cannot turn the ball over in your side of the field. The Chiefs going to go in 2 or 3, 4 plays, and that's what they did. It changed the whole game. It really did.
I understand it.
I cannot believe they did it.
I totally get it.
I cannot believe it.
All right, but 1 second, because I do think and I'm not just saying on this show, I think we in general, sometimes the media, we focus on the negative. Like, how did the Texans screw this up?
Why would we? That was the negative. That was a super negative.
I get it, but Patrick Mahomes.
You think we the only one saying this? Everybody watching this show right now is saying, how could he make that call?
Yes.
It's no way at that point in the game you want a fake punt?
Dion, I'm with you 1,000%. It was a terrible, terrible call. I think the point is it takes somebody special. Not every quarterback can come back from 24 down. I think, we got so focused this year on Lamar Jackson with good reason. We love the bright new shiny toy that we forget what we already have. Patrick Mahomes, it's only his 3rd year. Start chiseling his bust for Canton, Ohio. I believe that much in him.
Yeah, I believe in that much in him as well. But just there's a quarterback on the other side of the field, too, that had him up 24, nothing. So let's give him some credit as well. This was some horrific coaching to me. It really was. Because, first of all, they're picking their poison. Okay, am I going to double that little speedy demon that can just turn the scoreboard up and down, or am I going to double Kelsey? Let me take my pick. This play, I'm going to do this. And they didn't know what to do. Double-double. I can remember running the double-double against the Minnesota Vikings back in the day. We doubled Randy Moss, we doubled Chris Carter, and I took Jake Reed man-to-man. Do something creative. You can't let Kelsey eat you alive, and that's what he did in the middle of the field all day long.
In fairness,
I do not like the defensive scheme whatsoever.
I understand once again. In fairness, Romeo Crennel's probably looking around and he was wishing that Deion Sanders, even at age 52, was out there helping him. That's his point too. He probably doesn't have the personality.
Be more creative. It ain't like the game just snuck up on you. You know what was coming. I don't blame the coach. I blame the players. Cover some darn body. I mean, it was right there. Kelsey had his way all day.
All right, so it took the Chiefs to get going on offense.
I'm mad.
And I can tell you, you know what? I'm going to give you a chance
We need to put the Cowboys and the Texans together to have one good team. That's what we need to do. Cowboys and the Texans, let's merge so we can have one good team.
And the Titans win this one by 16. And you know what? It's weird, Dion. The Titans gave up 530 yards of total offense to Baltimore. And to me, they played a great defensive game because they kept them out of the end zone.
Let me tell you something. I have totally been underestimating the Tennessee Titans all season because I didn't see just one glaring thing that they did great until that grown man started running and running and running. He's like the little engine that could. It said, I think I can. I think I can. Then the whole city, the line, everyone started believing in him. But let me tell you something. When they made the change at quarterback, it changed the whole dynamic to me. Because they had a guy that didn't turn the ball over consistently. He protected the ball, and he made the plays he needed to make. And I love it. I love it. That's when things change for the Tennessee Titans, when they implemented Tannehill into this offense and went through the run to get to the pass instead of the pass to get to the run. And the defense played adequate football. They really did.
They did. They came up big time when they needed to. Is that fair?
Marley, you can't say that. Young fella, you can't say that. I'm going to tell you why you can't say that. You got beat for 6, man. You got spent. You got spent like a top, and they went up top on you. You can't say that after giving up everything, man. You can't do that. That's not good football. That's not the identity of your team. You didn't perform. You didn't perform. They're going to blame it on Lamar because he didn't have his greatest game. He went for 500-something yards combined. What else is he supposed to do? If we want to blame anything, let's look at this darn defense. One of the best defenses in the NFL throughout the season. They get there, and they dealt with one grown man running that ball downhill in an offensive line that had a commitment of just physicality, a commitment to excellence, that we going to make sure this boy going to tote this thing for about $150, $160. But he even exceeded that.
Yeah, but Dion.
That was the difference, the whole attitude.
All right, I want to ask you this.
He was wrong for that.
So Marlon Humphrey came back and doubled down earlier today at their exit, time with the media, and they said, do you want to go back with your statement from Saturday night? He said, no, I meant exactly what I said. Would you go up to him if you're one of the veterans in the locker room and say, hey, dude, you can't do that?
I say, yeah. First of all, if I was in the secondary, you wouldn't be even talking like that. Yeah, that's the way I'd handle things. But he's a leader. He's a Pro Bowler. He's an All-Pro. So he is the guy. But the guy got to understand you can't give up 6, man, and talk. You can't do that. Once you do that, that's just like a linebacker sit up there saying what we should have done. Man, this man just went for $180 on you, and you gonna talk? You should have been talking during the game with your helmet and your shoulder pads and your cleats. That's when you're supposed to talk, but that's not proper.